Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool arcade game repair video for you this evening. This is a pretty special one today. Super Punch-Out. I've never had a Super Punch-Out. I've had about 5 regular Punch-Outs. So, we've got a guy, Adam, down at Player's Choice in Myrtle Beach area. If you ever go to Myrtle Beach, you need to go to the Myrtle Beach Mall. Adam owns Player's Choice in the Myrtle Beach Mall, and he's got tons of cool arcade games, pinball machines. He sells old video games, comic books, all that type of stuff. Super nice guy. So he called me. He claimed he's had 5 people look at this Super Punch-Out and nobody could fix it. He's about 4 hours from us, so it's a big pain in the butt for him to haul it down here, but nobody else could fix it. The cabinet and everything is in good shape. It's obviously been redone. It's got a new control panel overlay. Boy, it looks nice. Top of the line. Marquee is very nice. This side is very nice. Got 2 Sanyos in here. So, he told me it got pixelated after you start playing it, which is, I guess that's what he's talking about. See how bear huggers, he's going crazy there. I guess I notice things that other people don't notice. Obviously, the bottom monitor is too bright. Obviously, the top monitor is too blue. The blue is locked on, it looks like. I'm hoping that's not a tube thing. It's like the blue transistor is locked on. But anyway, we're not worried about the monitors. We're worried about the pixels. He called it pixelation. So it looks like it's up and running. But whenever you play it,
ladies and gentlemen, Canadian bear huggers.
looks good. Everything looks good. Till you start playing it, then he starts freaking out.
Right, left, right, left, right, left.
If I could use the joystick over there, you know, obviously I'd be doing better.
Left.
But you see what's happening here, right?
3, 4,
Now he's
5,
fine.
6, 7. Right.
Now he's freaking out.
Figure it out. 1, 2, 3.
Top screen looks fine other than the blue.
1, 2, 3.
He's had 5 people look at this, he said.
9, 10. Knockout. Come on, stand up and fight.
To me, that looks like a bad connection on one of the ROMs or something. It could be a bad connection on one of the RAM chips. It could be a power supply. Maybe the power supply, because it's really not that bad. Whenever he was explaining it to me, it sounded a lot worse. So I know that we've got stronger power here in the store than most people, believe it or not. We've sold games here that work fine in the store, and whenever they get it home, the power supply is low at their house. We've got, for whatever reason, our power coming out of the wall here is very good. So it could be a power supply issue. Maybe it's still low and it's just not quite as low here than it was at his place. I didn't sell him this machine. He's had this for a long time. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the power on the board. Power supply, power supply, power supply. And if I've got good power there, I'm going to take the board out and I'm going to clean all of the socketed chips. That's my first step always, pretty much. You can start chasing your tail looking for this or that, but you really need to clean all the socketed chips first. So that's step one, in my opinion. After the power supply, power supply, power supply. All right, so I went to mikesarcade.com. He's got the pin out on there for punch out and super punch out. Looks like all I really need to worry about is the +5. So let's go check that. Okay. Let's have them reversed. All right, so it looks like we got our 5 volts there. So that's good. I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't have the 5 volt, and that was going to be that. So now we got to dig deeper. I'm not really a fan of these. What are these? RF. That's just more crap that the power's got to run through, in my opinion. So let's try hooking it up straight to the board. Before we get too far into this thing. Let's try that and see if that's any better. All right, let's add some credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Bear Hugger. Right, left.
Same thing.
Left, right, left, right.
All right, so that didn't do it. All right, so we're gonna have to dig further. We're gonna slide the board out. We're gonna clean all these socketed chips. All of those socketed chips. Pretty clean board. Looks like somebody's went through it a little bit at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna take each one of those chips out one by one, clean it, put it back. That's my next step. All right, I got the board out and on the table. Was looking at Irver. I don't know who the heck's been working on this thing, but look at that. Come on now. Come on now. And the backside isn't much better. I haven't undone the board yet, but that in there doesn't look too great either. I got that going on. So I'm gonna check it all out. I'm gonna have to get the multimeter out and check all the traces, make sure all that's connected where it's supposed to go. I'm still going to mess with these sockets, but I'm going to mess around with this first to make sure we don't have something going on there. But if I find anything, I'll let you know. I don't know if you can tell that on camera or not, but they're all kind of oxidized, a lot of the ROMs. I like to take a little file and file it gently and make sure they're nice and shiny before I put them back in. All right, so I took all the chips out, cleaned it, put it back in. It still did exactly the same thing. So now I did a little research, and these chips control the characters basically. So I took this row out, checked it. I could still see that there was lines in Bear Hugger. So now I'm taking this one out. I'm gonna try it again. And I'm basically going to keep removing stuff till I can tell that it stopped making the lines. And then we'll kind of know what area of the board to look in. All right, so we're still tracking it down. Now we're down to these chips. 1F, 2F, 3F, 4F. Horizontal. Apparently they control the horizontal, and we think it's glitched in a horizontal way.
It's sending a horizontal signal straight into the RAM.
Yeah.
It has something to do with that. It says H, the other one say V.
Yeah.
Hello.
And
the glitches are always horizontal.
Yeah.
They never go up and down. They're always to the left and the right.
Exactly. Is what he said. And
it's the wrong damn chip on top of that.
These are 163s. Ronnie is convinced they're supposed to be 161s.
There's a difference, people.
And we're thinking that they're just slightly off enough to throw the horizontal just a smidge off, and it's going to fix the whole thing.
Awful funny that it's only on the challenger, on the competitor.
And that socket's dirty right there. You see it right there?
Yeah.
See it?
It could be the socket. And the reason that it looks like a RAM error is because those chips feed into the RAM.
Yeah.
They're behind the RAM.
Feeds in the RAM. Behind the RAM.
All right, folks, we're going to try to figure it out, and I'll show you what we're thinking. There are 3 boards on a punch-out board set, and it's Super Punch-Out, but Super Punch-Out is just basically like an official ROM hack of Punch-Out, as far as I know. I'm not an engineer or anything, so but we've been working on them a long time, and I've worked on a lot of Nintendo boards, and it's kind of interesting because when you work on these PCBs, each company did theirs a little different. So if you're good at Atari boards, you can fix most of the Atari stuff. If you're good at Nintendo boards, you can fix most of the Nintendo stuff. The Williams boards are all similar. It's kind of like that. What screws me up is when it's something like a Tato board or something. I can't figure it out. I tried working on a couple of the Exidy boards. Completely out of my wheelhouse. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't even tell what was going on. But it's been a while. Maybe now I can figure it out. So anyway, on the back board, it says BAK, the third board. It's like a half the size of the other one. And apparently that does the background. So if you look, this is where the video goes out. And there's 2 monitors, to make it even more confusing. So you see S red, S green, S blue, S video ground. And then M red, M green, M blue, M video ground. So there's 2 monitors. That was the genius of Punch-Out in the first place, right? And the way they do that is these LS158s combine a bunch of different signals together. And this is common. You see it on other games. Now, I don't completely understand how it works, but we'll look at this one. So this is the one where you're actually playing it, and it's not just kind of the billboard. So there are all these signals that say CHL, V0, V1, C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. And then there is CMP, V0, CMP, V1, and CMP, V2. And then there is MC0, MC1, MC2, MC3, MC4. And you can see that they're all kind of combined together into these signals, which are sent over here, and then it's out to the monitor. So this, I don't completely understand it, but basically they're combining all of the aspects of what you're going to see on the screen in one place. So they're combining the characters, the text, the background to create the image that's going to be displayed on the TV. And keep in mind, the game runs independent of what you see. So it doesn't even, like if you don't have a TV hooked up, so these signals aren't going anywhere, the game still runs, you know. So if all of this was missing, unless there's some kind of way that they check that and it goes back into like a watchdog or something, the game will still run. So a lot of times, like the issue we're having, we've got a screwed up video part, but the game is still playing and running, right? Even if the guy wasn't there, you could still play the game. So all of these different things to say, we need to figure out where our issue is. So are one of these chips the issue? Well, it could be, but you would think if there's something wrong with one of these outputs that everything would be screwed up. Our problem is only with the competitor graphic, the guy that you're fighting, his graphic, right? So on this background board is where the MC signals come from. So that must be the background, right? The CHL and the CMP signals come from this buffer, this LS273, but off of the edge connector. And so they are brought onto that board with ribbon cables. And you can see CMP, which I think means competitor, it might mean computer, competitor V0, V1, V2, and then CMP C0 through 4. And then you have CHL, which I think means challenger, V0, V1, C0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So challenger would be your guy. Little Mac, as I believe he's called in the home version. I don't know if they call him that in the arcade version. So anyway, this comes onto that background board, and you see how it's mixed into the other signals and sent out to the TVs, right? So if we go back to the video board, so there is a CPU board and a video board. Well, the CPU board is making the game play. So a lot of the video board could be missing and the game still play. I mean, I don't know how they've got it. Again, I'm not an engineer, but like I said, unless there's like a watchdog thing going on, it doesn't matter if you see what they're actually trying to do. So a lot of times when you have graphic glitches, the game is working fine. The CPU part is fine. It just doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. So usually the problem's on the video board. If you've got a problem on the CPU board, a lot of times the game will reset or it'll crash, stuff like that, because the computer program can't run, right? Like it's doing something that it doesn't understand, it resets the game, right? So if you look around, we end up with our competitor signals here again, which all come from this area here. And you can kind of tell that by looking at the board that we've got, because all of these chips have been replaced because they had to be reprogrammed to be Super Punch-Out. So there's also another bank of chips down here, which is the CHL stuff, which we think is Challenger. And there are also a few ROM chips here, these 2764s, but they didn't get changed because the Challenger, Little Mac, doesn't change from Punch-Out to Super Punch-Out. So I don't believe our problem is with this part, because this is the Challenger stuff, you know, and Little Mac looks fine. So I think our problem is up here. And so if you just try to be logical with it, if you look, these 4 ROMs run through these 2 chips and they have a single output that they are calling CMP V0. So I'm taking that to mean video 0, video 1, and then this other one is video 2. And I don't really know how that works, but it looks like there's 3 different video lines that get used by those chips on the other board to kind of mix into the background and all of that stuff. And then there are also ones that say CMP C. So that maybe means color. I don't know why they would need 5 different lines for color, but maybe. So yeah, so it seems like this is the area. So now we got to look at, are there, would there be a reason that it's like these ROMs or something? Well, whenever you see stuff that moves on screen, like it's not static, it flashes and moves around, it's almost always RAM related, almost always. So you've got little twinkly things going on. I've seen that on Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. boards. It's because the RAM isn't getting the power that it wants, causes issues. If you got a heat-related thing where it gets worse after a while and then you see stuff moving and stuff, it's almost always RAM. So if you look at the signals that control these ROM chips, we're looking for something that basically interferes with everything, because it seems like the glitches are all over the place, right? So the address lines here in the ROMs all come from these LS273s, which are controlled by data lines that don't actually come from this RAM. They're also going to the RAM. So if you follow down here, these data lines come down and are coming from this, I guess that's a buffer, a DM from these DMD signals that come off the other board. So again, it's the CPU board controlling this RAM and these chips that lead over here to the ROMs, and then the output goes that way, right? So this is how I like troubleshoot stuff like this. I don't need to know what every chip is. I don't have a knowledge of every one of these chips, but I do know that a 6116 is a RAM chip, right? So if you look on the other side of this RAM chip, so we think this might be the problem. Well, guess what? I put that RAM chip in a socket and it didn't change a damn thing. Nothing. Nothing. So it wasn't the problem. But the RAM chip is controlled. You know, it has data going into it. So maybe it's this data coming in here. Well, that's the same data lines that's running a bunch of the other stuff, including like the Challenger and everything. So if those data lines were messed up, you would have problems in other parts. But we've only got them on these competitor characters, right? And by the way, I played past the first guy and the same problems on the second guy. So it's always the competitor. So this RAM chip is also interfaced with all these other signals. So if you go back just a little bit farther, all of these signals that come in here, the RA0, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 they come from all of these chips, which are LS157s. And then if you look to the left of those, they're controlled by, you start seeing V7 down to V3, and then H6, H5, H4, H3. Well, that's kind of interesting because the H is probably horizontal and the V is probably vertical. Now, I don't completely understand what they're doing there, but you can kind of get the idea. When you see A, does that mean address? If we come back, I'm trying to go back and see if that starts out as address stuff. Well, it's data lines. Yeah, so we've got address lines here that come over to here. And then, we have the same data lines from the other board eventually come over to here, and you've got these H lines coming out here. And then those come over and are turned into, instead of HS, just H, and that's what feeds into these chips and then feed into that RAM. And if you look at the glitch on the board, it's always a line to the left and the right of the character that's flat, that's straight. So it's almost like a piece of the character is ending up in the wrong spot horizontally. And you never see it where it's vertical, like his eyes don't go up too high or anything. No, it's always like there's a little line of his eye that's missing and it's over to the left too far. And then there's another line over on the right. And they're all different colors and stuff, but it looks like it's a piece of the character that's just been shifted to the left or the right in the wrong spot. Well, doesn't that kind of sound like that's some kind of problem with horizontal? So in my mind, I'm thinking, we think it's something with the RAM. There are H signals feeding into the RAM. Might be a good place to look. Well, while I'm looking at that, Joey's in the back and he's looking at these 4 chips, and they have weird looking sockets on them. The sockets look like they've been added. They don't look like they're that clean, and they also have the wrong chip in them. So these are supposed to be 161s. They've put 163s in them. So 161s and 163s I've looked up online are very similar, but there's a difference in how they reset, like the timing of the reset. 161s reset as soon as you tell it to. 163s reset according to the clock signal. So they do it on like the falling edge of the clock or the rising edge of the clock. So it's like a little timing problem. So it could be that they've got the wrong chips in there. I looked at both versions of the schematic, and I couldn't find a version of the schematic that says 163. They all say that they should have 161s, but I don't know. We talked with our buddy Shane, and he said he believes that one set's supposed to have 163s and one set's supposed to have 161s. So, but for whatever reason, we're looking at schematic set 1, and it says it's supposed to have 161s. So it could be that one of these 163s is bad, not making good contact in the socket, or it could be that one of them, it's just they're not supposed to be 163s, so it's causing a timing problem that pops up every once in a while. So we're going to clean those chips and put 161s in it and see what we get. It makes sense to me because it's creating these H lines that are ultimately running the RAM. So if there was a problem with some of these, it would cause a problem with the RAM, which would give you glitches and weird stuff on the screen, which is kind of what we're seeing. So I think we're on to something.
All right, got it back in the cabinet. We're gonna leave that filter board off for now. Let's see what she does. All right. So we didn't break anything yet. Add some credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian bear hugger. Right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right.
Yeah, buddy. I think we fixed it.
Left, right.
I mean, I didn't have any doubt. I knew all along it was that RAM, the horizontal, the backup RAM, background 1E, whatever, 161 chip. I've seen it 1,000 times. I knew it all along.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, buddy, we're gonna make that money. Go ahead and get that money ready, Adam.
1, 2, 3.
I know Adam real well, so I can joke around like that. He gonna give me that money though.
3, 4, 5, 6,
All right.
7, 8.
So I'm gonna adjust the monitors. The bottom one is too bright, and I'm gonna mess with the top one. It's too blue. And then we'll set the tripod up, and we'll see if we can play a game and make sure everything's good. All right, I got the top monitor looking a lot better. Turned down the blue. Adjusted this one a little bit, but see how the top one goes all the way to the edge of the screen?
5, 6, 7. Right.
The bottom one's got, I don't know, ½ inch or so on each side.
1,
I'm gonna
2,
try to
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
widen that up.
9, 10. Look out.
So to do that, that's the width
Come
coil.
on, stand up and fight.
Bottom one's got one too. And you just stick this plastic one adjuster down in there. And if you just turn it to the left, it'll bring it out. Or if you need to go in, you just turn it to the right. And to adjust the color, everybody makes the color way more complicated than it needs to be. The neck board has red, green, and blue drive knobs on it. All you got to do is put it on a black screen, crank up the blue till you can see the blue in the background, and then just turn it back until the background is black. And then you do the same thing with the red. You turn the red all the way up till you can start seeing the red in the background, and then you just turn it down slightly till the background is black again. Then you do it with the green. You turn the green up till the background is green, and then you turn it down a little bit till the background is black, and then all of your colors should be adjusted, and white should be white. If white is white, your color is adjusted. If white is purple, you need more green. See what I'm saying? And one more thing while I'm back here, I guess. People always rebuild these monitors, and they put in new parts which sometimes it needs new parts. But I'm not really a fan of swapping all of the pots on the neck board and all of the pots on the adjustment board just to swap them. Don't just swap them to say that you swapped them. I've had a bunch of these Sanyo monitors, 100 of them probably. I've never changed all the pots on the neck board or on the adjustment board. I've never needed to. Sometimes you might have a broke one, you know, and you might have to swap one. But don't just swap stuff just to say, oh yeah, it's got brand new adjustments on the neck board. And here's my problem. See these nice factory ones, you can reach in there and turn them with your finger. Same thing on the neck board. Just turn them with your finger. Then you get down here and you got to go find the tiniest of screwdrivers to adjust that thing. And you got to get it in just the right spot where it lines up with the slot. It's a big pain in the butt is what it is. Pain in the butt. But anyway, I'm going to adjust the monitor, get everything looking good, and then we'll play a game. All right. I got the monitors adjusted. I couldn't go all the way with the bottom one. I just didn't have that much adjustment left. But we're going to see if everything works good on it. Now, before we even get started, I'm not any good at this game. People think that we should be good at games because we work on games, but the whole thing is me and Ronnie just enjoy fixing them. We don't really play them. It's fun to us to actually fix it, figure out what the problem was, and we get more fun out of that than we ever get out of playing the game. So we're playing our own little game. We got this thing fixed when other people couldn't figure it out, and you know, we're just a couple rednecks from West Virginia, so that is hilarious to us that we can get it going. It's real fun. But anyway, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian bear hugger. Right, left, 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 right, left.
Too soon.
Left, 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 left. Left, 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 left. Put him away. Left. What's left? Left, left, left. Knock him out. Left.
Come on.
Left, left. Knock him out. Right hook. Uppercut. 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 Body blow. Left. He's down to him. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
When he comes up, you got to duck in just the right spot there.
Left, right hook, uppercut, uppercut. Left, put him away. Uppercut. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, he's angry. He's angry now.
Left, left, left. He's down for the count. Knockout. Great fighting. You're an up-and-coming boxer.
I'm an up-and-coming boxer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dragon Champ.
Each person has little tricks. They're all fairly.
Left,
Once you figure out the tricks, you can beat them all probably. But I don't know any of those tricks.
left, left, body blow, body.
Adam's probably real good at this game.
Left, 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 left.
I can never duck at the right spot.
3, 4, 5. Body blow, body blow. Left, 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 left. Body blow, body. Left, 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 left. Knock him out. Right hook, right hook, right hook. Uppercut, uppercut. Right hook.
Oh, you're dancing. Oh boy.
Left, 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 left. Knock him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Left, left, left.
Come
One,
on.
2, 3. Right. Left. Left. Body blow. Left. Right. Right hook. Right hook. Right hook. Uppercut.
He don't like that uppercut. He's good at dodging that uppercut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Boy, he kicked my butt, didn't he?
Knockout. Come on. Let's fight.
So they've each got little things, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but he's probably got a little tail that every time he goes this way, if you throw a right blow, you can hit him. I don't know none of those tricks. I'm sure the people watching know everything that I'm doing wrong. Let's try again. Like I say, I've rarely ever played this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Bear Hugger.
It is fun though. Even though I'm not any good, it's still fun.
Right. Left.
You probably got to wait for him to do something, you know, and
Left. Right. 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 Left. Put him away. Left. 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 Put him away. Right hook. Right hook. Right hook. Right hook. Right hook. Left. Left. Right hook. These down for the count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right. Left. Right hook. Uppercut. Uppercut. Body blow. Lefty. Put him away. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right. Left. Right hook. These down for the count.
it's down for the count.
Knockout. Great fighting. You're an up-and-coming boxer.
I've got it zoomed out a little bit because when you zoom in closer, the monitors don't look as good. It messes with the camera. You don't have to deal with it.
Right. Left. 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 Body blow. Body blow. Left. 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 Right. Left.
My timing's terrible on this guy.
1, 2, 3. Right. Body blow. Body blow. Left. 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 Body blow. Body blow. Left. Left. Right. Right. Left. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Left. Left. Left.
This guy's kicking my butt. Only the second guy, too. It's pretty embarrassing.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Come on.
Knockout.
Everybody in the comments are going to be like, that guy's so easy, Joe. That guy's so easy. All you got to do is hit him with a right, and then hit him with a left, and then go to the body, and then hit him to the left and to the right, and then you knock him out like that. That's all you got to do, Joe. That's all you got to do. I can just hear the comments now. I can hear the comments now. Stick and move. Stick and move, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Bear Hugger.
Can you imagine, though, if you were putting a quarter in each time?
Right. Left.
Mom, I need another quarter. I almost beat Bear Hugger. I need another quarter. I had him on the ropes.
Left. Right. Put him away. Left.
Do something. I was waiting on him to do something.
Left. Knock him out. Left.
I'm getting worse.
Left. Put him away. Right hook. Uppercut. Body
Come
blow.
on.
Left.
He's just sticking out his tongue. Oh, crap.
Left. Put him away. Left. Right hook. Left. Right hook. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I forgot the duck. Come on. Why didn't anybody remind me?
Right. Left. Right. He's down for the count. Knock him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Right. Right. Put these down for the
He's
count.
down for the count.
Knockout. Great fighting. You're an up-and-coming boxer.
I don't think I'm an up-and-coming boxer, but we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dragon
Dragon Chan.
Chan. Right. Left, left. Stick and move. Body blow, body blow. Left. Stick and move.
Crap.
Left, left, left. Stick and move. Left, left. Left.
Oh boy. I can never get it right. I did it that one time, I think.
Right. Left, left. Left. You got him. Left.
You got him.
Left, left, right.
I ain't got nothing, I
right,
don't think.
right, left, left, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right,
He knocks me down again, I'm done.
left, 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 left. Left, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10.
Knockout. Come on, stand up and fight.
Stand up and fight. I'll show you. Just wait till I get another quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Bear Hugger.
At least we're testing it. We're getting it
Left,
tested out good.
left, 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 left. You got it. Left, 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 right. Stick and move. Put him away. Right hook, left, 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 right hook, right hook,
Oh.
left, right hook. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3. Right, left, right hook. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knockout.
I'm getting good at bear hugger anyway. I'm getting lots of practice on bear hugger. But that other guy's kicking my butt. And then I'll get somebody that comes along. Well, that was the world champion of Super Punch Out. There's always somebody like that that comments. I had the world record back in 1992.
Left. What's left? Left, right. Knock him out. Right hook, left, right hook.
Oh boy.
Left, right hook. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knockout.
Yeah, buddy. Didn't think I was going to do it, did you? I told you if I just had another quarter, I could have done it. All right, now it's all over. His name's Vodka. He's going to kick my butt.
Right. Left, body blow. Left,
Oh, crap.
left, body blow. Body blow.
We just...
Left,
What?
stick and move. Left,
I didn't even get a hit in.
3, 4, 5. Right. Body blow. Left, right. You got it. Left, body blow.
This is just terrible. This is terrible.
Right. Left, you got it. Left.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, left.
Oh, no. I think I'm down for the count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well,
Knockout.
he kicked my butt.
Come on, stand up and fight.
I tried. I'm out of money. My mom won't give me any more quarters. I gotta go home. We got a birthday party tonight. I'm sorry. Well, I think we fixed that sucker. He said he sent it to everybody. Nobody could fix it. I knew all along it was that background RAM 1, whatever it was, 161. Somebody put in the 163s. It needed to be the 161s. Seen it 100 times. Yeah. Well, I think it turned out good, even though it was already in good shape. All we did was fix it. But still, I sold Adam a regular punch out like 15 years ago. That's one of the first games we sold him. But I think that's going to be about it for this one. I would like to thank everybody for using our Patreon account. That's been going pretty good. We post little clips and stuff. Sometimes we have all these little clips of videos we never put on YouTube, so we'll put it over there on the Patreon. And if you didn't know about our Amazon links, you're not even going to believe this. If you buy something on Amazon, and if you click my little USA link below this video, before you buy that on Amazon, you're not even going to believe it. They give me a tip for sending you there. Can you believe it? I can't either. So if you buy a $20 whatever on Amazon, if you click that link below this video in the description, you'll have to hit the more button. If you click that Amazon link before you buy that $20 item, it's still $20, but they give me 50 cents or $1 or whatever, which don't sound like very much. But if at the end of the month, it adds up. We've been doing real good on there. So I really appreciate everybody that's been doing that. There's a guy that buys lawnmower parts. He's always buying lawnmower parts. I've never figured out who he was, but I really appreciate the lawnmower man. And, you know, you can order all kinds of stuff. You can order anything on Amazon. So if you want to buy a brand new Ferrari, just click that link first before you buy it. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I think we got it finished up, Adam. Come give me the money. We'll see you on the next one.